Over here is my 10-year-old son, Rocco. My name is Rick, and we are Team Green at the Perfect Game California All-State Games, getting ready to play our first bracket play game in a win-or-go-home contest against Team Gray. Rocco facing off against one of his former teammates and friends, Gray Murillo. And I'm sorry, we're playing Team White. Sorry, we're playing against Gray Murillo. And so it's going to be a perform or go play video games game here. So let's see what happens. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get started here in a minute. All right, first pitch of the game to Levi is up and in for ball one. Thank you so much for tuning in again here at GoPro Rocco. Let's go Team Green. Please don't forget to like our videos and share them. Subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment. We love answering them. That's going to be ball two. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, hit, jammed him to the second baseman. It's bobbled, and it's going to be late. Levi's going to beat it out and start off the game getting on base. Attaboy, Levi. Here we go. First pitch to Miles is outside, ball one. Here's the 1-0 to Miles inside. Gets away from the catcher, and Levi takes second base. Good job, Levi. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, hit on the ground to the shortstop. Levi goes third. Shortstop grabs it, goes first, and they're going to have the out there at first base. Nice play. Young man there at shortstop for Team White, 1 out. Aaron steps in now. First pitch to him is outside on the breaking ball. Umpire moves right in my way. Aaron is back there. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to the second baseman who gloves it, throws to first, and that's going to be out number 2, but it does score a run, so Team Green strikes first, puts up a run here in the first. Let's go. First pitch to Jackson is swung on, hit on the ground right to the first baseman who gloves it and steps on first base. So White gets out of it, does give up 1 run, 1-0 going into the bottom of the first. Let's go. All right, Levi, aka Livingston, pitching for Team Green. Starts off with ball 1 on the first pitch of the bottom of the first. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. And Max is underneath it, and he's going to make the catch. Good job, Max. 1 out. All right, we got 1 out now. Nobody on. First pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground. And off the third baseman to the shortstop who picks it up and gets him at first base. What a play there from Levi off of Jackson, I believe. Wow, good job. The old 5-6-3 put out. Nice job. Okay, here we go. First pitch on, I believe this is Fletcher, who we met at the hotel last night for Team White. That's ball 1. 3-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded by Levi. Thrown over to first base, and that is going to be out number 3. So the Levi pitcher and Levi shortstop helps out, combines, goes for 1, 2, 3 inning. Puts up a 0. Green up 1 after 1. Let's go. Braxton stepping in to lead off Team Green here in the top of the second. First pitch is swung on, hit high in the air to the left field side and foul. 1-2 again. Swung on, hit well, and stopped by the second baseman. Thrown to first. Nice play there, number 9 on Team White. 1 out. Andrew stepping in now. First pitch to him. Right there, strike 1. The 3-2 pitch to Andrew. Right there, called. Strike 3. 2 outs. All right, Levi Wilson stepping in. First pitch to him is up, ball 1. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit well to center field, and he's right there. 21. Nice play with Team White. And they go 1, 2, 3 and put up a 0. Green still up by 1. Let's go. Okay, bottom of the second. First pitch from Levi. Finds the strike zone. Inside corner, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit in the air to Rocco. And he makes the catch there at second base. Good job, Rocco. 1 out. Attaboy. All right, 1 out. New pitch, or new batter, first pitch. Just up, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded by Jackson, thrown over to first base, and that's going to be out number 2. Good job, Jackson. 2 outs, let's go. Here's the first pitch, new batter. Breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 1. 0-2, swung on, hit on the ground. Backhanded, Jackson picks it up, throws 1, and it's not going to be in time. Good try there. Way to knock it down. Almost gets him. Here we go. Ooh. Missed pickoff attempt, and they're going to get an extra base. Sorry, I wasn't ready for that. I was chatting over here. 29 is going to be, oh, that's Gray. Gray Murillo. Nice job, Gray. Second base. Rocco holding on for some reason. Bounces out, and that's going to be ball 1 on this batter. 2-0 is hit up the middle, and that's going to be down for a base hit. They throw 4, and that's going to be a tying run, and he's going to get into second base there. So the game is now tied at 1. Nice hit there, 22. Here we go. New batter, runner on second base. First pitch is fouled to the backstop, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit in the air. Going back is center field, and he trips, and it gets over his head, and that's going to score 1. Runner going 3, and he's going to be in there safely. Stand-up triple. Nice hit, 23. White goes up 2-1. Okay, new batter. First pitch. Curveball finds the strike zone. The 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. Jackson does glove it, throws over to first base, and gets the out. So Green gets out of it, but gives up 2. They're down by 1. Let's go. All right, Parker stepping in now to lead off for Team Green, top of the 3rd. First pitch is off the plate, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit up the middle, right back to the pitcher who gloves it. Tosses it to first base and gets him there. 1 out. All right, Rocco stepping in now. First pitch to him, curveball. Off the plate, ball 1. The 3-1 to Rocco. Swung on and fouled back. Good swing, full count. Here's the 3-2. That one's high, ball 4. I believe this is Liam now. First pitch to him. He holds up on the curveball. They back pick to Rocco, and Rocco's back safely. The 1-0 shows bunt, pulls back. Rocco going, and he's going to have second base there. Good job. Ball does get away, but not far enough. Good job, Rocco. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to the pitcher. He's going to take it to first, and that's going to be 2 outs. Rocco does advance to third base. Here we go. We got Parker, I believe. Oh, no, that's not Parker. That is strike 1. Here's the 0-1 to Caleb. Swung on, hit on the ground, but foul. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, hit in the air. Shortstop underneath it, and he does make the catch. So White holds on to their 1-run lead going into the bottom of the 3rd. Here we go. Okay, Levi still pitching here. First pitch of the inning is high for ball 1. 3-2 again. That one's up and in, and so battling there earns that young man a walk. Good at bat. No outs. First pitch of the at bat is high, ball 1. And they're going to call a balk, actually. I'm not sure what he did. Maybe he didn't come set. Here's the first pitch. That one's high, ball 1. 2-1 is hit in the air. Braxton underneath it, and he does make the catch. Good job, Braxton. And he throws ahead of the runner to make sure he can't tag. Ooh, ball almost goes out of play. Lucky that it doesn't. 1 out. All right, new batter. First pitch. Right there. Strike 1. Good pitch, Levi. Yep. Runner took off. Levi panicked and balked, so he's going to get third base. Got to step off first there, kid. There you go. Practice the motion. Like it. Payoff pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. And that's going to get down in the gap. He's going to get all the way out here to the fence. Runner's hitting 2. He's already halfway to third. They're going to send him home. So we're going to have a play at the plate maybe. And it's going to be late. So that's going to be an inside the park home run. Deep fences. Ball probably gets out here to 270 to 300 feet. So once you hit that gap, you hit the Jets. Good job. Nice swing, young man. All right, here we go. New batter. Base is empty now. Levi back to work. First pitch. High, ball 1. 1-2. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded by first base. And he's going to get it there. That was Aaron, I believe. Or I'm sorry, Andrew, I believe. Good job, Andrew. 2 outs, I think. New batter, first pitch. Finds the strike zone. Sorry about the camera there. Strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit to the shortstop, fielded well, thrown to first, and that's going to be an out. And green does get out of it, but some damage was done. They give up 2 more, down 4-1. Let's go. Okay, Max stepping in now to lead off the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to him is swung on and missed, strike 1. 0-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's 1 out. All right, Levi in now. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Here's the 1-2, swung on, hit on the ground, charged by the shortstop. Oh, and it's bobbled, so he's gonna get on first base. Just how he got on first base the last time. Let's go, Levi. Here's the pitch to Miles. That's up, Levi goes, and he's gonna be there. Way to go, Levi. All right. 2-2, inside, that gets by the catcher, and Levi is gonna take third base. Pretty close there. Close enough to slide, but he's there anyway. 3-2 pitch to Miles. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's 2 outs. First pitch to Aaron. And that's chopped to the shortstop. Thrown to first. And that's going to be 3 outs, I believe. Yep. 3 outs. So green fails to score. Down by 3. Let's go. First pitch of the inning is fouled. I believe Andrew in pitching now. Let me double check. Wow. Look at him now. Here's the 0-1, swung on, hit in the air, and underneath it is Parker in right field. Good job, Parker. Way to make the catch. 1 out. New batter, first pitch. Right there. Nice pitch, Andrew. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Called. Strike 3. Outside corner. 2 outs. Nice pitch, Andrew. New batter, first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit on the ground. And that's going to bounce over everyone's head and get into the outfield. So that's going to be a base hit for that young man. Nice job. Oh, Gray. Good job, Gray. Way to go. Pick to first. And that's going to be a balk because nobody was covering first base. So he's got to throw that on the jump turn, but nobody was there. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Strike 1. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle. And that's going to get down and over Braxton's head, I'm sorry. And that's going to score another run. Gray scores from second base, 5-1, wide on top. Here's a pitch, new batter. Swung on, hit in the air, and that's probably a gapper. And no, Braxton dives and makes the catch. What a play that was. Good job, Braxton. Gets green out of it. Let's go hit. Okay, Jackson stepping in to lead off for Team Green here. Need to get some work done. Getting late in the game. Need to score some runs. First pitch is in the dirt. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit to the shortstop off the end of the bat. Fielded. Thrown over to first base, and that should be out number 1. And it is 1 down. Braxton stepping in now. First pitch to him is called. Strike 1 on the slider. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit in the air. And underneath it is the first baseman who does make the catch. That's 2 down. All right, we got Andrew in now. First pitch to him is outside corner, strike 1. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to the right side. Fielded by second base. Thrown over to first for out number 3. And that's going to be the end of the top of the 5th. Green down to their last 3 outs if we can get to the 6th. Here we go. Okay, Andrew back into pitch, bottom 5. Starts off with a strike, good job. Here's the 0-1. Curveball hit in the air and caught there by Jackson coming in hard from left field. Good job, Jackson, 1 out. New batter, first pitch. Off the plate, ball 1. Here's the 1-0, shows bunt, lays it down third base side, but it's gonna be foul. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit to the left side, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. Jackson grabs it, tosses it in. Nice hit there, number 21. Good job. Here's the 2-0. My son's, and he takes second base there. Ball gets into center field. They're late to cover. Here we go. Here's the 2-0. Swung on, hit in the air, and that's going to be down in the gap. So that's going to score 1 at least. It's getting all the way to the fence. He's rounding second as they're picking up the ball. And I think that's going to be another inside the Parker unless they can get this in quick. And it is. So that makes the score 7-1. Team White. Green's reeling right now. We got to get a couple outs. Here we go. All right. First pitch from, and that hit is hit in the gap. Oh, and caught. I'm sorry. I thought it was deeper than that. Braxton with the catch. Good job, Braxton. Attaboy, 2 outs. All right. Miles into pitch. Try to get another out here. First pitch is swung on, hit well to third base. Fielded, thrown over to first. And pulls him off the base as he tries to pick it. Good try, Rocco. First rep at first base in a long time. Yikes. All right, first pitch. Miles finds a strike there. Good pitch. And they pick. And they've got him picked off. Rocco catch, throw, and the tag. Good job. Way to go. So that's 3 outs. Green, though, down to their last 3 outs to score 5 runs to tie this game. Or 6. 6 runs to tie this game. Here we go. All right, Levi Wilson steps in to try to keep the dream alive here for Team Green. Win or go home. And he fouls the first one back to the backstop. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit well. And that's going to get down into center field for the first hit there of this inning. Good job, Levi. Way to go. Parker up now. First pitch to him. Called the ball low, I guess, or possibly inside. Ball 1. 1-1 pitch. Up and in. And he's going to take second base. I think he might have called that a strike. I thought I heard strike, but gosh, that pitch didn't look that close to me. I'm not sure. 3-2 pitch. Down and in. Ball 4. Miles works a walk. We got first and second now with no outs. All right, my 10-year-old son Rocco stepping in now. First pitch to him. Down in the dirt, ball 1. Everyone's going, and they're going to move up a base on the ball that gets away. Here we go. Here's the 3-0. Off the plate, ball 4. Rocco works a 4-pitch walk, and we got bases juiced here in the top of the 6th. Here we go. Okay, Liam stepping in with the bases loaded and no outs here, top of the 6th. This has been Green's best chance of the game here. First pitch, and he does lay down a bunt to the first base side. They're going to take the out and give up 1 run, which is the smart play there. 1 down now. Green scores another one. Parker stepping in. Oh, no, not Parker. Miles stepping in to bat. That is ball 1. Here we go. The 1-0. Swung on, hit on the ground, and that's going to get through to right field. They're going to have a play at first and get him. He hits it just too hard. And Rocco gets to third base, but that's 2 outs. Green puts up 2 runs, still down by 4. Max stepping in now. 2 outs. First pitch to him is in the dirt, ball 1. Rocco going home. And he's going to beat it. Attaboy. Scores another one. Let's go, Green. Get pumped. Here's the 3-2. Down and away, ball 4. So Max works a walk and stays alive. Let's go. That brings up Levi with Max on first base. 2 outs. Green just trying to keep this dream alive. They pick. Max is back safely. Here's the pitch to Levi. Swung on, hit well to the left center field gap. And that's going to get way out. Center fielder cuts it off. Max is turning. He's going to be at third base. And Levi into second base. So Levi with the double, keeping Green's dreams alive. Here we go. Okay, Miles stepping in, representing the tying run with 2 outs here. New pitcher for Team White. First pitch. Just low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Outside corner, strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down in the dirt, ball 2-1. Right there, strike 2. Green down to its last strike here. Miles trying to fight. Here's the 2-2 to Miles. That one's high. And he calls strike 3. Wow. So that's going to be the end of the road for Team Green. That was a really tough pitch to call strike 3 and end the game on, but umpire wanted to go home, it looks like. Wow. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. That was anticlimactic. Good try, Team Green. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share our videos. Leave us a comment. We love answering them. Thanks for joining us on this new adventure here at the PG All-State, California All-State Games. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.